There it goes. Hello everybody, and welcome once again to another D&D session. Today we will not be continuing the Pool of Radiance series as was mentioned last week in our recording. This week we're doing a special holiday themed session, which apparently is actually a 2-session campaign, which, I mean, that's fine. Instead of me DMing for this one, the campaign itself was written by Falling Star, so he'll be the one doing the DMing. We have new characters because it's the holiday session, so let's go ahead and introduce ourselves and our characters. Whoops, that's in the way. Alright.
Am I the first one again?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay.
We'll just do it in the same order as usual.
I am StupidWoWGuy. I'm playing Deacondel Publician, a cleric, elf cleric, and I'm ready for some Dungeons and Deacons.
Hello, I'm Miaharpy. I'm going to be playing Gentle Punt, who is Earth Pony Monk, who is based off of Ron from Deacondel. But anyways...
Okay, can I go?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Falling Star, and I'm the DM. It's my job to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Right. And I am Sureen Ink. Interestingly enough, I will be playing Sureen Ink, the unicorn bard over here. Speaking of which, Mia and I here both brought up an interesting point. Falling Star and I have been working to, just for the heck of it, add ponies from the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic series into D&D and create rulings for them. This will be the first test of said races, so we will see how they work out. Alrighty then, I guess we are ready to get started whenever you are ready, Mr. DM.
Well, I've been ready. So yeah, brief recap of what Emily just said. Because this is a holiday session, we're kind of taking the rules and saying, go sit over there for a minute. In this world, humans and ponies and elves and dwarves and all that just sort of exist together, and we're going to assume that's how things have been. Sort of like taking the My Little Pony canon and shoving it into the Forgotten Realms canon. If anybody finds that strange, offensive, silly, or what have you, there's an X at the top right-hand corner of your screen.
Right. Right.
Anyway. So then. Our adventure begins in the small hamlet of Birchwood, in the comfortable, cozy tavern of the Baffled Lords. The day has gotten itself on, and the last few beams of sunlight pierce the windows and splay golden across the old birch bark walls. Many farmers are returning home for the evening, but travelers and townsfolk aplenty wind up here regardless. On this eve, you find Wilfred the bartender, whose name you were given when you first met, cleaning out flagons whilst the shapely bar mare busies herself with serving food and drink. A scruffy yet inexplicably handsome minstrel plays a swift tune on his violin, incredibly using the flat of his rapier in place of a bow, and a small white filly clops her hooves to the beat. In the far corner, a table of figures wearing dark cloaks with their hoods pulled down keep the bar mare busy, and a family of ponies, apparently one successful-looking colt and his graying parents, enjoy a comfortable meal. The scent of savory meats, creamy, butter-laden vegetables picked fresh, and sweet wine fills your nose. The notes of the fiddle fill your ears, and the sight of a world at peace fills your heart.
Aww.
You are all in this tavern. You are free to interact with whom and what as you will.
Gentle Punt is going to enjoy the music, but on the while she is also going to get what is it, dinner time?
It's getting ready for dinner time, yeah?
Yeah. I guess she'll get something to drink then instead.
Alright. Now, are you going to ask for meals from the bartender? Or are you going to ask for meals from the bar mayor, who is an earth pony and has been moving about, carrying drinks, trays full of food and whatnot, hither and thither?
Probably the bar mayor.
Alright. The bar mayor approaches you with a tray in her mouth. What can I get for you?
I would like to have some. What would be a good drink during this time? I don't know, meat or something.
Dandelion meat is terrific.
Alright, I'll take that then.
Alright.
I'll have what she's having.
Listen. She hurries on over to the monks to deliver the tray and the drinks, and then hurries back to the back room to pour some dandelion mead, well, 2 of them, for Gentle Punt and Deacondel.
Thank you. And she'll drink it. And listen to music.
Alright. Is there anything Serene Ink would like to do?
That is the question, isn't it? Let's see. Serene is going to watch the bard playing there at the on the stage for a few moments. And then she's going to step up there and kind of push him out of the way, and then proceed to pull out her ocarina and start playing random songs off of it. Something like that, I'm sure.
The minstrel is very surprised when you sort of flank check him out of the way, but he takes the bump with good humor. He bows as he gracefully steps down the stage and allows you to take the complete spotlight. He sits down next to the filly who's been enjoying his music and is set and ready to enjoy yours. He looks up at you with sparkling brown eyes and a shapely shaven beard.
Nice, nice.
Deacondel, what would you like to do?
I don't know, man. This daffodil, was it?
Daffodil mead.
Dandelion
it's pretty
mead.
good.
Dandelion mead.
Dandelion.
I'm just gonna sit here, drinking my mead, and
How do you like the mead? Do you do you like
how
it?
do I like?
Well, it is
grainy.
dandelion.
It's a bit grainy. It's something that horses would probably enjoy more than you, but it does have a quite sweet taste to it.
Well, Deacondel loves his short pops, his hard hops, man. So he better enjoys it. And
Excellent.
he's just looking around, trying to get a feel of stuff.
All right.
Oh.
Why don't you roll me a perception check?
Sure. Ooh, I forget what my modifier is. I'll look that up.
Percepzione.
Not bad at all.
Okay.
As you're looking around, let's start with start at the top and work our way down. The bartender is definitely an older fellow, probably in his 70s, roughly. He is human. Long white beard, curly white hair, very well kept. He has a firm build, a jovial disposition. He flirts, chats with the barmaid as she walks by doing her job. Otherwise, he's keeping a sharp eye out for anyone who might come to the bar asking for drinks. The barmaid is busy, as one might expect a barmaid to be. The well-to-do colt and the two older ponies who are in the corner, they are keeping mostly to themselves, but their smiles all around. Taking a firm look at them, they appear to be of familial lineage. You could probably guess that the two older ones are the parents of the younger. The younger is wearing fine furs and leathers. He appears to be very well-to-do. I wouldn't say a noble disposition, but certainly he cares about his outward appearance. And the ones in the hoods are quiet. They're enjoying their meal.
Oh, okay.
The little filly is just adorable. She's totally enjoying the ocarina.
Well, I guess that's someone else's turn then.
Okay. Round robin, let's go back to Gentle Punt.
Well, I guess by this time she would get a meal.
Alright. Are you going to ask for the barmaid again?
Yeah. She'll take the special.
Alright. Have we a hay fry, eh?
That sounds good.
Alright.
Do you even know what special is?
I'm pretty sure it's not the same sort of special seen in Spaceballs or anything like that.
Probably not.
Yeah, sure, I'll take special too.
Alright. The barmaid whisks off back to the kitchen and returns shortly with 2 plates of steaming, I had it in my head, now I forgot it. Grass fries, whatever the hell they called them in My Little
Hay
Pony.
fries.
Hay fries, that's the one. Hay fries. 2 steaming plates of hay fries.
Yummy.
Elves like vegetables, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
More hops.
Again, they're quite good. Probably would have been better if you were an ungulate, but you know, take what you can get.
Right.
Continuing on, Sureen Ink, you've played a few verses. You've gotten applause from the members of your audience who have hands, clops from the members of your audience that have hooves. Would you continue?
Let's see. Sureen is, she's going to, take a bow, while everyone is applauding. She'll put her, ocarina back, and then she's going to pull her, violin out, and she's going to say, "This is a special song that I heard a long time ago that I have always kept dear to my heart." And then she's going to start playing a song that she calls Moon Princess.
Interesting.
For YouTube and for anybody here who hasn't played the Rhythm Thief and the Emperor's Treasure game, that is actually a direct reference to the Moon Princess song from that.
As you're playing, you suddenly hear another violin playing in perfect rhythm to yours. The minstrel who was on stage before you has taken his up and is playing along with you. The sound is so sweet.
By this, Gentle Punt is really enjoying the music.
You've gotten a few looks from just about everyone in the tavern.
Alright.
Deacondel?
Okay. You said the people in the hood were keeping to themselves. Do they seem like they're talking like at all, or just being quiet?
Why don't you roll me an insight check?
Insight, that's wisdom, right?
Yes, yep, absolutely. Nice.
So?
Their expressions are
Sorry about that, everyone. Apparently our DM is experiencing some Skype lag.
Yep.
I'd like some syrup without pancakes too.
Pancakes. Jordan pancakes.
Basically, pancakes for us is basically panic, but pancake.
alright.
Back up and
So
running.
apparently you heard nothing after I rolled the insight, so I'll repeat that. The 5 or so gentlemen are sitting amicably. They have soft smiles on their faces. They seem to be very much at peace. They are talking amongst themselves, although the conversation doesn't seem to be bubbling, just a little light chatter. There are a few heads turning toward the music, towards the newcomers, looking around the bar. That's pretty much it, what you get from an insight check. Would you be studying their appearance in any way?
I could roll a perception for that, I guess.
Actually,
I was also going to... Oh, excuse me.
I would like you to roll either a religion or a history.
Oh. Okay. Let me see if I probably got a proficiency there somewhere. Oh yeah, I got proficiency in both of them.
Excellent. All of them have a symbol on their robes, which you immediately recognize as, I'm totally going to butcher this, but I'll give it my best, the symbol of the goddess Fjorgen. For those of you who don't know, probably most of you, I didn't either. Fjorgen is the old Norse god of the earth. She's described as the mother of Thor and the son of mother of Thor. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion over precisely where she is. But, she's generally considered one of the greater gods, sort of like who gave birth to the more regular pantheon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mother or wife of Odin?
Yes. She's mostly associated with birth, motherhood, that sort of thing.
Ah, okay.
I noticed this, and Yeah, it seems kind of weird that they would be just in a tavern. I guess. I don't know. Maybe your followers like to drink and be merry.
Possibly.
But, I'm
If
just...
you are curious, you can ask them.
I'm just going to stay watching them, but... Yeah, I guess I could take advantage of the music to have them not notice that I'm looking and trying to notice intently things about them. I'm not going to go up to them just yet.
They don't seem to notice that you're watching them.
Okay. Alright, I'm done with my turn thingamajigger.
Alright. I suppose I'll open the floor up now. Is there anything anyone else would like to do?
Nope. Gentle Punt is just enjoying the music.
Alright.
She's having
Sureen?
a good time.
Let's see. I'm trying to think, but I can't really think of anything that Sureen would do at the moment. Why not? Being a storyteller, and being that she seems to have the captivity of a good majority of the tavern here, once she finishes up with her song, she's going to set her violin aside for a moment. She's going to say, who would be interested in a little story?
Well, immediately, the little filly sitting in front of her, her hoof goes straight up. Followed swiftly by the bard.
Gentle Punt will raise her hand too.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll break my concentration to raise my hand.
Sureen
Pretty
will...
much your entire audience.
Right. Sureen will smile at this, and then she'll pull out she'll put her violin away, and then proceed to draw out her harp. And as she begins to magically strum the harp itself, she begins to tell a story about, let's see, trying to think here. She begins to tell a story about a small group of heroes who had to one day save the world from the evil moon goddess. The story goes that the moon goddess had been sealed inside of the moon for 1,000 years, and was sealed there actually by her sister, the sun goddess, and she broke free after 1,000 years of imprisonment, sealed the sun goddess within the sun, and the 6 heroes had to go on an adventure through a dark and dangerous forest to find 6 unique crystals that, using their power combined, would defeat the moon goddess and free the sun goddess from her prison. And yes, that was that was actually a reference to the first 2 episodes of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. So.
Your delightful story earns you a round of applause in clopping, the good kind, from your audience.
Wow.
There you go. That's your clock.
I'm sorry, that was hilarious.
Actually, hold on a second. I have to do something.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Because not only can I do sound effects like... I can also do sound effects like...
Nice.
I have
Nice.
coconuts. Anyway. Probably should have brought those out earlier. So, distractions aside, wonderful story. Is there anything else anyone would like to do? There are people to talk to. There are, well, people to talk to, really.
Well, once she finishes her story, she's going to take a bow, thank everybody for enjoying the enjoying her show and all that. She casts a smile at the little filly and even walks over and uses her horn to sign an autograph and then hands it to her.
Oh, she's loving that.
And then she looks over at Gentle Punt, then walks over and gives her a bow and smiles and says, "Hello."
Hello, that was an amazing story and song.
Serene.
Wait, did the elf actually say that?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Serene will bow her head and say, "Thank you. That was one of my favorite stories from a long time ago."
So it didn't really happen?
Serene shrugs the best fashion that a pony can shrug and says, "I don't really know how much truth there is to the story. It's a legend that's been passed down for, it's been passed down for ages. It's a bedtime story my mom used to tell me."
That is so sweet.
As the minstrel stands up, he's overhearing this conversation. He picks up his violin, crooks it into his neck, draws his rapier once more, and before taking the stage, he says, "The best stories don't have to be true. They just have to be good."
Right.
He hops back up on stage and resumes playing his tune. If there is nothing else that anyone would like to do,
I guess Gentle Punt by now is finished up with her meals and heading the plate and cup over to the
Barmare.
Barmare, yeah. Sorry.
she takes your plates and trays and again, she seems to have a bad habit of trying to speak when she's holding something in her mouth. "I hope you enjoy your dinner."
I did.
And she trots
Thank
back off to the kitchen.
you.
I will say, for a pony, she's quite the looker. Not kidding either. Not like rarity, elegance, but sort of like fleur de lis, or that thin one that was hanging around. What's his face? She's got a pretty decent, set of curves on her for a pony.
So Serene is going to respond by simply saying, "Dat plot." Right.
For those of you on the YouTube, I just said that's a nice ass. Hey.
Well, Gentle Punt is actually a good looker for Pony as well, so... So I guess I'm mostly done. Chichu's enjoying the minstrel's music now.
Alright. Sureen, any final words?
Not really that I can think of.
Alright. Deacondel.
I'm going to take one last perception check of those spirited peoples and see what comes up. That's with
Alright.
advantage. For
Well,
listening, for, you know, that kind of stuff.
In terms of perception, they're trying to keep their voices down so as they do not disturb the other people in the tavern out of pure politeness. They don't seem to be trying to hide anything. Other than that, the only thing you can really tell is what you've seen already. They seem to be a group of travelers, obviously people who worship the goddess of the earth, Fjorgen, who happen to be here.
So I don't hear anything, except for mumblings.
You probably have to get a lot closer. They're speaking with fairly hushed tones.
Okay. I'm gonna try to, like, silently move from table to table to get over to them without letting them know that I'm trying.
Is that a stealth check?
Yeah, that's just stealth.
Alright. You don't seem to notice your slow movements over to their table. When you do get closer, you are able to overhear their conversation. And it is nothing if not ordinary. They talk about the state of the roads, the state of the church, the foundation, how it is occasionally in need of repair, how on their travels they've met some interesting people and some not so interesting people. Overall, they seem to think that the world is a pretty decent place, but it's an ever vigilant task to keep the evil at bay and the good strong. They talk as if they are some sort of warriors of peace. Not quite paladins. They're not, you know, you can tell when a paladin is talking. The best you can determine is that they're probably monks of some kind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, Deacondel, he doesn't really want to bother them, really. But I guess I will wait until tomorrow morning, see if they're around. Maybe get some more information. I'm gonna make my way back over to the original table.
Okay. Well then, if that's it for what everyone would like to do here for the this thing, then time for a plot hook. Not that kind of plot.
I don't get it.
The tavern door swings open, illuminating a stately elf maiden adorned with form-fitting plate armor, bearing the symbol of a goose upon her chest. She steps inside, the glittering sunlight dancing across her gleaming shoulders. Her golden hair is no less impressive in the cozy tavern than it is bathed in the outdoor radiance. She carries a mace at her side and a shield slung across her back. With her, more or less guided inside by her, is a man of sullen disposition. His shoulders slumped, his beard untrimmed, his padded under armor torn and filthy. Despite these deficiencies, he has the build and bearing of a noble warrior. The minstrel ceases his song, and the elf maiden speaks aloud. I seek adventurers to aid me in a task. I offer a handsome reward upon completion. Step forward if you will.
Deacondel gets up and he runs over. And unless there's any barstool to trip him over or whatever, he makes it there, I assume.
Ooh. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay, acrobatics.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if elves get anything for that. No, advantage or nothing. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow, it's a 3.
Alright.
Roll level 1.
I'll give you a saving grace. Make a performance check.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I fall on
before
a loose
crit.
flagstone, and I die.
Ooh, excellent.
wow.
Alright. You book it as soon as you see that golden, beautiful elf maiden. But there's a chair right in your path. You fall over it, stumbling head over heels, scraping your face along, fortunately, the not splintery floor. However, as you skid to a halt at her feet, you push yourself up from the ground, brush yourself off like a gentleman and say, I meant to do that. And she totally buys it.
Oh, man. Okay, then.
Oh wow, that was great.
Wow, that was amazing.
My lady?
That reminds me of the goblin that the troll in the orc, whatever it was, that the troll in Tears of Dawn threw. That was hilarious.
Is anyone else going to rush not so hastily over to the elf?
Gentle Punt, after thinking about it, she'll go ahead and say out loud, I guess I need the money. And she walks over. Yes. Walks.
Alright.
Sureen's going to spend a few moments laughing at Deacondel there, and promptly pulls out a quill and ink, or ink pen and ink, whatever the writing utensils are. Pulled out a book, writes down what she saw just happen, and then after she does so, she puts them away, and then kind of just trots over.
Alright. When you all arrive, the elf maiden waits for the 2 ponies to arrive. She clasps the downtrodden man upon his shoulder. This is Sir George Goodwin, a Templar of Frigg. However, he has come upon some foul circumstances. I task you with protecting him en route to Oakwood, a settlement some 2 hours down the road. I entreat you, leave at once, and be swift. Will you do this?
I think, the old man is in tatters, is that right? His outfit?
The man that she led in is not quite old. I would say he's middle-aged. He has some gray in his hair. It's not so much as like a homeless person in tatters, but it looks as though he was a more stately gentleman who has come on some fairly hard times. He seems... Yeah. You could actually roll an insight check if you'd like. That'd be a perfect opportunity for it.
If he looked like beat up, I was going to try a medicine check or a healing kit check, but I can try that too.
Yeah, you can do both.
Oh.
Which one's that?
Not good on the insight. That was an insight.
Okay.
D20 plus 3. Whatever.
Not bad at all. Your insight check is pretty poor, but I'll tell you one thing. If there's one emotion this guy is displaying, it's depression. He's got it written all over his face.
Well, looks like we got grumpy grump.
In terms of your medicine check, he appears to be in good health, perhaps perhaps mildly malnourished. Not, beaten up as if he's been in any sort of fight. More that he's got a really serious case of deep internal depression.
Allison, I got you a foot-long hot.
Hey, sorry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think any type of medicine can do anything for that.
Alright. Gentle Punt or Serene Ink?
She'll go ahead and do the mission.
Okay.
She nods and say, sure.
Serene's going to look at the woman and say, sounds like a delicious story.
The elf doesn't actually smile at that, but I don't know, you probably thought she should have. Then again, she has a sort of paladin-y-ish feeling about her. Maybe she just doesn't smile. And, Deacondel, did you agree to go along with this? Or just like to confirm? Deacondel, did you, just to confirm, did you agree to go along with the task?
Oh, yes, of course, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Yes.
That's alright. Alrighty then. She nods. Well then, you're, Oakwood is approximately 2 hours to the east of here. If you follow the road, you should find it. Though I warn you, the road can be foul. Do be careful.
We'll try.
Let's go.
Do you have any questions for her before you leave?
Do you know what sort of monsters we might face on this road?
Monsters, demons, the most foul sort of evil this world can conjure.
My
No.
Little Pony, sorry.
She raises her hand, and it sort of glows. She waves it through the air. May you go with the blessing of Freak.
Ooh. I'm just in awe. But I recover enough to ask a question. What, I don't know if you told us this already, but what exactly are we looking for in Oakwood? Like,
Alright, what she's going to do is she's going to take Deacondel aside and leave the man with Gentle Punt and Serene Ink. And I'm going to type this out so only one person can know. After telling Deacondel that. She will return to the group.
Okay.
I look at the man, and does he have a beard, by the way?
He does have a beard. It's about a week's worth of growth, very unkept.
I think I can make something out of this. Yeah.
The man doesn't seem to respond to you. He's sort of in a depressed stupor.
Well, I was saying that more to myself than...
Ah.
Is that the phone?
Are there any other questions to ask of this elf in plate armor and this depressed man?
Nah,
I apologize again for that, if you said something I likely missed it.
Just asking if you have any other questions you'd like to ask before you begin your adventure.
Ah.
Probably not. Taking one person to another place seems, something understandable.
I'm just going to say this. There's no rogue in the party.
Okay.
I wonder if anyone can piece together what I meant by saying that.
No insight, no thievery, no...
You can make an insight check on the DM if you'd like. I am a DM who allows rolls to be made against me, and I accept bribes.
Nah.
So, if you wish to roll against the DM, by all means.
Nah.
It's not, I'll tell you, it's not impossible to succeed.
Why would we want to be meta?
Because it's fun.
Right.
Because
I'm
maybe
sure
maybe your characters would do something that you wouldn't think they would do. Maybe the players are missing something that their characters wouldn't. I, for one, can think of something that you guys haven't asked yet.
Okay.
How much are we going to get paid, or what?
There you go. You didn't
I
ask
really didn't give a crap.
This is true. We hadn't asked that. I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
No rogue in the party.
No rogue in the party.
Would you like to ask about that?
I guess I would. So, do you know how much we will get paid for succeeding?
The elf maiden turns to Gentle Punt and she smiles amicably. I assure you, you will be more than adequately compensated.
Okay, then. Well, that's kind of funny that I'm the first one who thought of that.
I thought of it. I just didn't give a crap, like I said.
I didn't even think about it, to be honest, so...
It's what Phoenix would do.
Yeah,
What would
right.
Phoenix
You
do?
the
It is
same
what
old
Phoenix
orange
would do.
stick.
Phoenix wouldn't even take that answer. She's like, what, adequately compensated? What does that mean?
Right.
Yeah.
This elf has not quoted a figure.
Right.
But, if your characters are fine with that, then,
Yep.
Final call, is there anything you'd like to ask?
Nope.
I feel like Sureen would ask something, but I'm not sure really what. I'm trying to think of anything that she might ask, because like she would be interested in like the lore and the history and stuff.
Lore and
She
history of
probably-
what?
That's what I'm unsure of.
Why don't you roll a generic history check?
History check. I do have proficiency in that. That's intelligence, isn't it?
Yep.
So 3. Ah.
And also, excuse me, and also you get that thingy for the bards.
Yeah, bardic knowledge.
Oh, yeah, bardic knowledge. That's right. I forgot that. So that would be what? It's an automatic roll of 10, so would that be
10.
13?
Yep, that's a wood.
Very nice.
Thinking back about the history of this locale, you recall one or two incidents with a drow somewhere in the woods, but that was a while ago. More recently, you've actually heard of a Sir George Goodwin who has aided the people of this town more or less consistently throughout the last 20 or so years. In fact, it pops to your head that the owner of this tavern is named Wilfred Goodwin. If you were to, now look between this disheveled man and the clean yet old bartender, you would see a familial, similarity. Judging by their ages, it's likely that this downtrodden Sir George is Wilfred's son. You would know that Sir George was, or is, both a paladin and a cleric. He has trained in both. But looking at the man, you see no armor, you see no deity symbol, you see no long sword, you see no shield.
Interesting. I guess I'll relay that thought to the rest of the party.
Out loud, right?
But yeah, I mean,
Out loud in front of Sir George and the elf that brought him in.
Right.
That's interesting that you say he doesn't have any weapon.
That's right. He has neither weapon nor armor.
No weapons, no armor. That is quite interesting.
Very interesting, since he is a very well-known paladin and cleric.
Right. Before she loses her train of thought, Sureen is going to pull her book and all that out and quickly jot all this information down.
The blessing that the elf cast, what did this do? Is it just, bless the spell? I'm asking.
Sorry, you're a cleric, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, why don't you, you can do an Arcana check, but I think a religion check would work better for this.
They're pretty much the same modifier.
Shoot! You don't think the Bless did anything in terms of, casting a spell, but whatever it was some serious shit. This is not just a thing that a paladin or cleric would do. This is, very significantly divine.
Interesting.
It's not something that a normal cleric or paladin would be able to do. As Sureen is writing down her things, the downtrodden man looks up and sort of scowls at her. What are you doing?
Writing.
Writing what?
A story.
What kind of stories are worth writing?
All kinds of stories. Stories of heroes. Stories of adventures.
Stories of villains.
Stories of villains, of great heroes who fell. Stories of great villains that fell.
Everybody falls in the end. Everybody dies. It doesn't matter what you do.
Sounds like you just didn't want a D&D. Sorry.
Yeah, he had a really nasty PPK a while back.
Serene is going to nod at the man and say, "It's true. It is true. But it's not so much about, it's not so much about how the end comes. It's about what you do before the end. It's about the life you live."
Yeah. I'll believe that when I see it.
It's all about the twist.
Serene is going to think for a moment, and then she's going to say, "It's true that we may all pass away at some point, but it's also true that our stories remain. When you do great things that make a story, those stories stay. And for those people who listen to the story, those people are just as alive then as they were when the story was written."
Yeah. How many people get lucky enough to have a story written about them, huh?
Quite a few people, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, compared to how many people there are, huh?
Well,
You look around this tavern. There's maybe, what, dozen people here? I'll bet you gold to copper, not one of them is going to have a story worth telling. Not one.
And the little filly says, "But I like stories."
The little filly is still, she's actually looking up at the bard, who is standing on stage and sort of watching this from afar.
Well.
Actually, Serene smiles and she kind of puts her hoof around the guy and says, "You never know. I mean, really, I am a storyteller. It's true I may never have a story told about me, but I still live on through the stories that I've told and written of. And you never know. Maybe anyone here could possibly be the next great hero."
The man brings his hand up and sort of hooks your hoof with the back of his wrist. With a casual flick, he tosses your hoof off of his shoulder. He turns to the door and mumbles, "I'm waiting outside," and walks away. A fair silence has befallen the tavern. Quite a few eyes now are looking at you. Some of them curious, some of them worried. For the moment, you are alone, so to speak, with the elf maiden.
I can't really think of anything else we can really do. Maybe... Seems like all the questions have been asked. Maybe we could order demand some food. Oh, excuse me.
The trip to Birchwood is only going to, Oakwood is only going to be about 2 hours. So you really wouldn't need any food.
Oh, well, you said he looked malnourished, so... Yeah.
Mostly by choice, I would say.
Oh, just because of the depression thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had to go, like, right away, or do we have to wait till next morning? In the morning, I mean.
The elf maiden entreated that you leave immediately.
Alright. Then I guess Joseph Punt will follow the man outside.
Alright.
Sureen Ink will follow behind.
And Deacondel?
I'm heading out too, wherever they go.
Alright.
And Philly is waving bye to Sureen. Bye!
Yeah, she's so adorable. Alright. The elf maiden heads west as you head east. The sun shines warm upon your backs. The sun setting in the west, you traveling east. The road is peppered with hills and trees, often obscuring the path, but there's, as of yet, no noteworthy distractions. Not yet, at least, until you pass over the next rise and are greeted by a horrific sight. A middle-aged man, his leg gruesomely pinned beneath a barrel, a broken wooden pushcart beside him. Rushing forward, you find the damage worse than at first glance. The man is alive, somehow, but his leg is green with infection.
Oh, dear.
Medicine. Medicine.
Excellent. More than enough. It grieves you, but as soon as you look at this, you spend just 2 or 3 seconds examining this. There's no way you're going to save his leg. You could amputate it, and a healing spell or a potion would be suffice to cure that wound, but there's just simply too much filth embedded into his leg, into the wound as it is, to save the leg.
Might as well amputate, but I don't have any, like, swords or anything to do it with.
Do we have... I wonder if anybody has any sleep spells.
The man is unconscious. His breathing is very shallow, but he's alive, just unconscious.
Right. Yeah, I don't have any spells yet. I'm only level 1, so.
Well, I don't know how we could go about conducting surgery here.
Well,
is there any items,
here's
like...
the thing. If you wanted to get him off the ground, you could probably do some quick repair work to the wooden cart that's next to him. It looks like the wheel only sort of slipped out of the axle. I will tell you, though, from your heal check, you would know if you cut his leg off, you would be creating a fresh wound. That wound would be curable. You would be able to stabilize that wound.
Yeah.
Right.
Again,
It would take a spell slot or a potion, but you'd be able to do it.
Well, I also have Spirit of Die, and perhaps
I get a healing, a potion of healing, 2 of them, in fact. If it's needed.
Well,
But
I will Spirit of Dying on him at least to get him, like, stabilized. And then...
Well, he's not dead yet.
Yeah. I think we have to deal with his leg before we can worry about
we would have to cut
stabilizing
off.
him.
Does Gentle Punt see anything sharp?
I got a sickle.
A sickle? Alright.
Yeah. So
You'll
if,
have to use it then.
what is my attack roll here?
Gentle Punt will try to get the wheelbarrow off of him and repair it.
Alright,
Do you think
the,
I could make like a excuse?
Yep.
The cart is off to the side. It looks as though
cart.
the wheel came off, tipped the cart backwards, and the barrel, this heavy ale barrel, fell onto his leg, breaking it and digging a very deep wound. So if you want to remove the barrel first, which you probably have to, I would ask you to roll an athletics check.
Okay. I only a 1 for athletics, but okay. And good.
Excellent.
Yeah, not bad.
Being a pony, specifically an earth pony, you are used to carrying heavy weights. You dip your head underneath the barrel, and quite easily you manage to, well, you can either simply move it off, or you can, with a check like that, you could actually get it onto your back. Whichever one you want is fine. So, the barrel is now off.
Okay. I'll move it to the side
Okay.
so it won't be on him anymore, and I can have it repaired.
Alright.
Right. Serene is going to do what she can. She doesn't know too much about repairing, but she's going to, I guess, mage hand, basically, the cart to try and use her magic to try to fix it while they're taking care of the dude.
Make me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Oops.
3.
What was your background again? Noted performer? I think?
Yeah, I think. Hang on. Always find a place to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives me history, performance, survival.
Unfortunately, square peg in a round hole. You're taking the axle and you're taking the wheel and just sort of banging them together. It doesn't seem to be working. But we'll get back to you. You might not want to include this in the story.
If you want to, you can start songifying with your Song of Confidence. That could help us out.
That is true. I didn't think about anything like that. What stat should I look at giving you guys a bonus at?
Well, you can switch out on the fly, so, I don't know. I'm going to try to, get a clean slice with my sickle on this guy's leg. So would that be, a strength check?
I would say that would be a normal attack check. I mean...
Okay,
Yeah,
so strength.
Let me look something up.
With an advantage, I'm guessing, because he's prone.
So it would be an attack check then?
Yeah.
Mark's looking something up.
Yeah.
Just a sec.
I would say it would be an attack.
Okay. And with advantage, I suppose. I'll try
Yeah.
that. Yeah. That's good.
Derp.
Well, you, in your first attempt to slice his leg off, you apparently don't have a good enough grip on the sickle. When the blade hits the bone sort of kicks the blade up. You slice through the top of his flesh, but his leg is still mostly intact. You're going to have to make another go at it.
Okay.
Okay.
Fortunately, the man is unconscious.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the only reason I'm doing this crap right now.
Would you like to try again?
Sure.
And by the way, while
Okay.
Much better.
18.
while
That's better.
Deacondel is doing this, Jigglypuff isn't watching. She doesn't like it.
Well, you're the one with the potion. You wanna...
Yeah, I know.
As soon as his, infected leg is severed from his body, fresh blood pours from his new wound. You might want to act quick.
Yeah, give me that quick. Give me that potion.
Okay, Jigglypuff hands him a potion, and she's going to also take out her mess kit and try to wrap the wound up.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
But not this kit, but... Wait. Not this kit, it was Healer's kit. Sorry, I got those two mixed up. Healer's kit, wrap it up.
Administering a potion would be fairly easy. Potions are essentially magical. Why don't you roll me 2d4 plus 2, which is the healing power of a potion.
I wonder if my life domain would probably not. It's spells.
I think it's only for spells.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Ooh.
Sorry.
Hey.
Excellent. Between Gentle Punt applying some essentially perfect bandages on the wound, and the potion takes immediate effect, the wound closes up and is very well protected from any outside harm. The man continues to breathe shallowly, but for the moment he appears to be stable.
Good. Gentle Punt is then going to go back to the cart and try to help Sureen Ink fix it.
Alright.
Serene sitting here growling and fighting with it and getting nowhere.
Check.
I want this thing gotta get her.
I just
Oh, wow.
no clue either.
Oh wow.
What are we, intelligent kid here?
Trying to fix a broken wheel. So, Sureen Ink has sort of like the wooden cart magically half hovered in the air with the wheel, completely in the wrong orientation. The axle isn't going anywhere near where it's supposed to go, and she's just sort of ramming it in, wondering why nothing's happening. Gentle Punt walks up and says, "No, you're doing it wrong." She takes the wheel in her hooves, and then she spins it around the axis, not changing its orientation in any significant way, and then says, "Okay, now try."
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Now, will you please help them out?
Yeah, I was going to try to tend to this guy some more, but it seems like I could help you guys out. But yeah,
Right.
I'll take that intelligence check. It's a 0. Okay. Okay.
Hey,
us.
better than us. Well, it's
patching
definitely
up your
better than the 1 and the 3.
After patching up your patient, you head over to this almost, it's disturbing because you just cut some guy's leg off, and now you're walking over to these two ponies, and you almost want to laugh at how utterly ignorant they can be. You, without speaking, without even thinking, you take the wheel, slide it onto the axle, and that's it.
Here's your problem. Take A, swap B.
Gentle Punt and Sureen Ink both share either a mental or physical face hoof.
There you go, ladies.
Well, you now have a fixed cart. It would probably need some more extensive repair work to be used in a professional manner, but it will get you to Oakwood. You have a barrel of full ale. You have an unconscious man who is stabilized. There is enough room to fit both on the wooden cart if you wish to take both.
Yeah, Gentle Punt is going to help the man onto the cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
said
even-
there were some other wounds?
Nope, the only wound he really had, it landed on his leg. So, it didn't hit his other leg. The rest of his body is fine.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
I'm done.
Okay, Gentle Punt, you help the unconscious man into the wooden cart. You help the keg of ale onto the wooden cart. And off you go.
Yep.
For his sake, Sir George, who is following along behind you, he didn't do anything throughout of this. He just sort of stared at the ground, kicked a rock. Alright. You continue
And by the
on.
way, Gentle Punt will turn back to him is that you kind of helped.
He was gonna die anyway. What did you do? You bought him a few more years of life. Big fucking deal.
Well.
Bundle of laughs this guy is, isn't he?
Gentle Punt frowns a bit, but she goes ahead and pushes the cart.
Alright. The sun begins to dip down to the rolling horizon, its light turning the leaves and grass around you to fields and canopies of shimmering gold. I would like everyone to make a perception check.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Percepzione.
10!
Let me see.
7.
Okay.
I'm just not doing well with my roll.
Yep. I had a feeling it was going to be him.
He's been the one getting all the rolls.
Well, he
He
has
also-
advantage.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Everything turning up Deacondel.
Elf.
Yeah. Deacondel.
Leave it to the elves.
Hmm.
Just don't leave it to Beaver.
Well, who's driving his cart?
I'm pushing the cart.
Oh, you're pushing it. Okay,
Well, I guess I'm driving the cart, in a way.
Okay.
I am a pony.
Right.
Yeah, you can do that. I guess I take some time because I'm just riding in the cart.
Hey!
Well, what else am I gonna do?
Walk.
I'm thinking to the dead guy, almost dead guy. But I hear someone that sounds like sobbing, like very, very lightly sobbing off in the distance. Somewhere in the forest around us.
You know
I
the
hope-
general location. You can point it out.
Oh.
I mean, when you look over there, you can't see anything, but you know the direction that it's coming from.
Yes. I think I said see when I meant here, I guess. But I hear some sobbing. And I asked the party if we want to check this out.
Yes?
We might as well. We're like the rescue brigade here.
Apparently so.
Right.
We should check
Alright.
it out. Someone might
Is
need
there-
help.
Is everyone going to go then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Deacondel, you are easily able to lead the party into the forest, following the sound of the sobbing that you heard. It's not far before you pulled away some bushes, and you find a young mare, bruised, bleeding, and utterly beaten.
Again?
Her eyes are sort of wide with fear, and tears are slowly streaming down her cheeks. Her chest is pulsating with the soft sobs that you've heard.
It's okay. Gentle Punt will leave from the cart and go up to the poor mare.
Okay.
And she's going to do her own medicine check
All right.
to try to help. Oh.
Time for the master.
Show
Yeah.
off. No, anyway.
Gotta love that elf, eh?
I love that elf.
Wah, 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 wah.
Gentle Punt. There's no kind way to say this. She's been raped.
Oh.
Yeah, raped and left. Raped, beaten, and left in the forest. Deacondel, looking a bit more closely at her wounds, her bruises, you can clearly see what could only be considered fingerprints, finger-like bruises around her neck. So even though this is an earth pony, whoever did this was not earth ponies.
Any open wounds?
There are a few. I would say nothing life-threatening. She could use a minor patch with a healer's kit.
Yeah.
But
Is the check on that?
no check for a healer's kit.
Oh. Okay.
I will say also that a medicine check like that, you can tell easily that she is psychologically damaged. She's almost in a comatose state of horror and fear.
I'm going to try to patch her up. I'm going to make a charisma check. I think it's a 2+2. Yeah. But I got persuasion, so I'm going to use that to try to calm her down. Where I'll try to patch her up.
Okay.
Spots.
Is that 14 your persuasion?
That is 14. Yes, persuasion.
Okay. Speaking to her, saying soft words to her, trying to get her attention. Since you have fingers, even snapping them in front of her eyes, you do not get her attention at all. She just stares off into the distance.
Well, does she fight when I try to heal her?
No. It seems the only thing she can really do is sit more or less upright. She is sort of leaning against a tree. Otherwise, her body is more or less limp.
We should take her to the closest town, probably Oakwood, since we're heading there.
Yeah.
Jump on the party wagon.
So you bandage her up? Yeah.
Yeah, he used his healing kit to bandage her up.
Okay.
There is enough room on the cart, however, no one else will be able to ride in it.
Yeah. AKA Deacondel, get off the cart.
Of course.
And by the way, Gentle Punt goes ahead and takes out her blanket that she actually has with her and puts it on the poor mare.
Alright, it's very kind of you.
Anything else we can think of to do here? Actually, I'm gonna look around.
We help her on the cart and Gentle Punt put a blanket on her.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around for some evidence to what it was. Maybe they weren't too far off.
Okay. That'd be a perception check, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do see some tracks heading out further east in the direction you're going. Yeah. It seems to have been made a long enough time ago that following them, you have no idea how much of a lead whoever did this had against you. But that was a pretty decent perception check. You'd be able to tell that whoever made those tracks were humanoid.
Oh. I guess I'll try a nature to see exactly what.
Okay.
Ooh.
Your best guess is that they are human. But there's a lot of human-like creatures, elves, halflings with really big feet, that sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't something like goblins or orcs or anything like that.
Okay. I go back and I tell them this, and I'm going to ask him, do we want to make him pay?
The tracks were heading east, and so are you.
Oh, so they are
Yeah.
along the path? I thought it was in the forest.
The path is fairly winding. The tracks headed off east. You could abandon, but you wouldn't be able to pull the cart through the forest. It can really only survive on the track.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say we stay on the road for now.
But,
I'll lead the dying man. Or
Both
stabilizing
paths do head east. There's a fairly good chance you'll run into whoever did this if you stay on the path.
Right.
At least as good enough as if you would have followed the tracks.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say we get back on the path for the road to be more softer than the forest floor.
Right.
I asked the man, Mr. Grumpy Grumps, you want to help us?
Let's have everybody roll an insight check, please.
Okay.
Alrighty. Wisdom?
Yep.
Okay. ID 20? What?
Oh.
Elf
nice.
coming up again.
Oh gosh.
And no one else.
Well, hey,
wow.
at least it's 8. It's not exactly that bad.
No, the 4, that's bad.
Yeah.
Gentle
That's
Punt,
bad.
the man's expression looks a little different to you. It's hard to really pin down what. Deacondel, there is a definitive glare of anger hidden, like sort of bubbling out behind the depressed glare. He is angry at whoever did this to this innocent mare. But it's almost as if he's internally fighting it. Like he doesn't want to be angry anymore.
By the way,
In response to your question, he says, "What can I do? I mean, everyone's got to die sometime."
Well,
Well, Jensen Punt is going to speak out. It doesn't matter who's going to die sometime. It matters if we help them out when we can.
Just making them die later.
well, I'm going to take out my light crossbow and my bolts, of which there are 20, and I'm going to lay it either in front of or beside this man, and I'll say to him, well, if you do want to help, here you go. I'm not saying that you need to, and I'm not going to argue with you about this, but it seems like you really need to do this.
Very nicely done. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage, because that was a pretty good thing to do.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, that's what the dice say.
Yep.
Right.
After a few solid, very quiet moments, the man's staring at the weapon and ammunition laid at his feet. He reaches down and picks them up with clearly a trained motion. He fastens the quiver of bolts to his belt and hoists the hand crossbow up. I'll do what I can.
That's all we can ask for.
Gentleman smiles and she begins to push the cards again.
Alright, continuing on.
Yeah, I guess.
The sun dances upon the edge of the sun dances upon the edge of vision, sinking below the hills and behind the trees as the path passes over and around them. The day draws to a close, yet it seems your journey is far from over. Around the next bend, you find an earth pony, lying apparently unconscious upon the path, the dirt below him stained red with blood. Beside him, deep hoof marks and wagon grooves indicate a fleeing cart in the direction of your travel.
Gentle Punt will hurry over to the pony to get a fair view of exactly what happened.
Is Gentle Punt going to do a medicine check as well?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, a lot there.
Hey, not bad, not bad.
You can both tell right away that he has, I would say, fatal stab wounds in his body, but fatal indicates that they would kill him. He's already dead.
Oh. No sparing to dying for him.
I will say you can tell his death did come about somewhat recently, maybe in the past few minutes.
Gentle Punt is going to use a perception check around.
Okay.
Like, who did this? You did this to this poor pony. And can't see anything.
Where's Kenai when we need him?
Unfortunately, the only thing you can really tell is that there was another cart, slightly bigger than the one that you're pulling, and some very clear hoof marks dug into the dirt path, pulling this cart at a rapid velocity. It must have taken off down the path.
So, should we go after it, or... Actually, Gentle Punt kind of feels sorry for the pony and wants to give it a burial, but I don't have a shovel or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have much in the way of digging tools either. I got the basic stuff. Well, the least I can do, I suppose, is say a prayer for him.
Yeah.
So, I don't quite know exactly what I say, but I say a prayer to send him back to the earth and to make sure that his life essence will appear upon the faces and bodies of all peoples, all races, mostly in the form of facial hair.
Sorry.
Alright. Important question. Are you going to say this prayer quickly and then follow the wagon trail, or are you going to take your time with it?
Well, I want to get whoever does this, so
Gentle Punt does too.
I'm going to say it quickly, and if we have time after this, then I will return.
Yeah.
Alright. So, after saying the prayer, you head off at a swift pace down the path. Following the tracks, around another bend, you see a cart about the size as you would expect, which made the tracks. And it's a bit hard to see because the cart's in your way, but you do manage to spy a mare pulling the cart, or she would be if she was moving. As it is, she's cowering in the middle of a group of humans, it seems like, humanoids, wearing dark brown cloaks with their hoods up. Each one of them has a spear in his hand, and they are stabbing this mare.
Gentle Punt is mad now. And she, in a way, charges.
I use
Alright.
thaumaturgy to raise my voice, and I tell them to simply stop.
Alright. Basically, combat's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right. As Gentle Punt is rushing forward, Sureen is pulling out her harp and playing her call to battle, so...
Alright.
Because it's clear that hostile intent is evident.
Okay, so, I'm guessing I'm going to have to be the one who steps up here and be the tank.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yep.
I'm mostly guessing I'm the tank, but...
Well, what is your AC, Mia?
pretty low. 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 13, so I'm even lower.
Yeah. Alright.
But then Bard.
Let's go do some hit points real quick. Alright. And, everybody roll initiative. Gentle Punt, I will give you half of your movement speed forward as sort of a surprise action.
Okay, so let's see about flying.
Yeah, probably.
What is with StupidWoWGuy's rolls?
Oh, it says I can't set initiative.
Yeah, he
no, he
hadn't
can't.
put. He hadn't put the initiative. He hadn't put us on the initiative yet. That's why.
It's been a while since I DM'd, so...
Yeah. You'll probably want to set the initiative bandit there to a PC, otherwise it won't count his initiative. Right now
Is
he's
he on the
marked as
initiative
a-
list?
Well, he's on the initiative list, but if when his initiative comes up, it won't say anything.
Alright.
Whose initiative? Mine?
Yes.
Oh, well. It came up there.
Yeah. Well, no, it was the bandit. The bandit initiative
okay.
thing was
Okay.
set for NPC.
Do we start off here, or do we start
No,
off?
you will start off right where your tokens were.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I believe that's the... I get 32. Okay. Boom. And, I'm going to use my cantrip Sacred Flame on Bandit 4. Now I forget how that works. Is it just going to be a standard, like, decoy roll?
Nope, I believe Sacred Flame, I'm looking it up now. I'm pretty sure it's a dexterity check that I have to make. Sacred Flame, it's a range of 25 feet.
Yeah, okay, it's a range of 25. Oh.
Yeah, you're 50,
Shoot.
unfortunately. I mean,
well.
you could make a double move this
Yeah,
round.
yeah. I will.
You might not want to double move because they can come up and attack you.
Also
Yeah.
good.
And if they attack you, you are going to be extremely vulnerable.
I know.
And you're the cleric.
Well, I'm the only one that can take the hits. Well, I can take the most hits, I guess.
What?
But-
What is your AC? Oh,
It's 18. I'm wearing,
okay.
like... I'm life domain, so I got the access to the heavy armors. Yeah, I guess I can just hang back here with the party. Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to wait, for them to come towards us.
Is that your
Yeah.
final answer?
Actually, I will move here so that Gentle Punt doesn't get the enemies. I'll stop my move.
Alright. Bandits. The hooded figures. Let's see. Yep. Alright. The bandits obviously see and hear you. Two of them continue their assault on the mare, stabbing her very painfully. Let's see. And unfortunately, the mare falls. The other bandits he's going to move. He's going to move over to here. This one is going to move over to here. And they are both going to throw their spears at Deacondel. I believe that's correct. Yep. Actually, hold on. They're going to move one more because spears have a terribly short range.
Yeah.
So, first one. That's a miss. And is 18? Will 18 hit?
I think it
Yes.
does.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 18.
Alright. That will be 6 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Okay. I'm gonna go let my duck out.
Alright. Gentle Punt.
She's going to go all the way to the bandit number 2, and she's going to use Monk Unarmed on him. So,
Unleash the Fury.
yes. I've done it.
That's a miss.
Offhand,
That's
Okay.
also a miss.
a flurry of blows.
Alright.
Oh my
Welcome to my world.
god!
Do you want to spend a key point?
Might as well.
Alright. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Key points always seem to do more.
7 damage.
Alright. And he is bloodied.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Serene.
Alright. Serene is gonna think for a second on what she's gonna do. It's pretty sure I knew what I was gonna do beforehand, but I'm gonna do one last double check. And what she's going to do is she has a move speed of 40, so she'll move here. Then she's going to charge using her horn, which allows her to deal even more damage.
Alright.
17 versus AC,
That'll hit.
and then it's 1d8 plus 2. Ah!
No damage.
No damage.
Charging will end your turn.
Yep.
Let's see.
Ended my turn anyway. I had nothing else I could have done, so.
A bolt flies out from behind you, from behind all of you, and strikes Bandit 2.
Nice.
I believe it was a hand crossbow he said that he passed along.
I believe so.
Alright, that's not bad. And Bandit 2, struck in the chest, falls.
Nice.
Yay!
Back up to the top. Deacondel, if you are back yet.
Well, that run went by quickly.
Gotta love 5th edition.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's going a lot faster than 4th edition.
Yeah.
I think I actually mentioned to you guys, last week, my Monday group, we had a 2-hour-long combat in which a party of 5 adventurers and 4 town guards, 4 minion dwarves, and a court wizard fought against 2 bad guys, one of which left in round 2. So they were fighting, all of them fighting against 1 bad guy. It took them 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
4th edition.
4th edition for you.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have even taken like 10 minutes probably in 5th edition.
Exactly.
I like it. It's a lot speedy.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Pokemon battle. It shouldn't take too long.
Definitely a lot faster. It's a lot nicer.
Oh, come on, come back. This is a really great round. Because I know what's going to happen and you don't.
Well, that's
Sorry.
great thinking about being a DM. Skype lag.
And there's a Skype lag.
Oh, yay, I'm not dead yet. That wasn't lag, I was...
Alright.
Yep,
Okay.
you're back now.
Here we go.
Okay. What do you guys think? Should I heal myself?
You sound a bit distant.
Oh. Is this better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Yes, much better.
What do you guys think? Should I heal myself here, or should I just attack with the advantage?
They have spears, but at the same time, if you can knock that guy out, that'd be really helpful since I don't have any AC.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can either heal yourself or attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know which would be the better option, so...
Well, I do have 1 extra healing, version of healing, just in case.
Right.
Well, how much health did the guy you took down have?
Now that would be metagaming.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
the gaming.
I wasn't here. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Whatever, bro. I'm going to try to Sacred Flame him. And I guess that will use my...
Sacred Flame Bandit 4?
Yeah.
That's a ranged attack. It would provoke an opportunity attack from him.
Okay. Whatever.
You probably just use the melee
Just heal, then it...
Yeah. In this case, you'd want to either attack with a melee weapon, or, heal or something.
Yeah.
Right.
My healing is probably better than my melee. So, I'm going to heal by using my healing word.
Alright.
That gives me another action, doesn't it?
No, healing,
Actually, I think he's right. I think Healing Word is a Swift, so you
alright.
do that with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Swift.
There you go, so you can heal and do an attack.
Yeah. I call out to the heavens as I raise up my sickle and I yell, Steve! Steve. Okay. That almost healed me up to full.
Nice.
And then I will take a swipe at him with my sickle.
Okay. If you had 2 sickles, would that be a bicycle?
I don't know.
Wow.
You would have advantage for that roll, however, the 13 would hit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage.
The... Sickle is 1d4 plus 4. Do we have Bard Song up?
Nope.
Yes.
Okay.
Nope, you don't. You didn't put it up.
No, I put it up before the combat.
Yeah.
No, you charged.
Well, yeah, I charged in the first round, but I put the song up before that. Or does the charge get rid of it?
You put it up before anybody actually started?
Yeah, before combat started, I said that I was starting the song up right before.
10.
Alright, I'll let it go.
Okay.
Alright, 6 damage.
Oh, that is the point. I could have just completely forgotten about the Bard song. Okay,
He is bloodied.
Oh.
Oh no.
Bandits. And yes, oh no indeed. Bandit 1 is going to say to Bandit 3, kill the little one in the cart.
What?
And then he's going to move over to here.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And he's going to attack Deacondel.
Oh dear God.
So many typings and whatnot. Alright, pretty sure a 19 will hit.
Okay.
That'll be 4 damage to you.
Not too much.
Alright.
Sure, why the hell not? Bandit 4 will also attack Deacondel. Crit will hit.
Oh well, I'm dead.
Unconscious, probably.
Oh,
Ew.
Ow.
yeah, see?
What is your maximum hit points, and where are
It's-
you now?
It's 8 and it's like 11, so like I have 3 and then that takes me down to like it's
that would take you
past
down
my
to
hit points.
0. So your maximum is 8, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then that would put you to -10, which would put you below your max HP.
Roll a d20, Deacondel.
Yeah, I better hope your rolls are good.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh. So that works out nicely. You go unconscious, but you do not die.
Okay.
Isn't that odd?
Okay.
Bandit 3 is going to step over the fallen mare and climb into the covered wagon. What happens from then on, you don't really know, but that will be it for them. I'm going to mark you as unconscious for now. Gentle Punt.
I'm going to try something. Can I
Are
do
you going-
that?
You can. Are you trying to get around? I will say you could get in through this side if you
Oh,
wanted.
okay. Alright. I'm sorry, Mike.
It's alright.
I'm concerned for the no pony.
Please make me an insight check.
Okay.
Ooh, very nice.
Why can't Deacondel have that roll?
Right.
Mark?
Typing something. You'll be getting it
Okay.
soon.
Yeah. I think he muted his mic so that we didn't hear type.
So, that's what happens when you get into the cart. I will say that that insight check did not use up your action, so you still have your action left.
Okay,
I think he did do something at the end of the first round.
Yeah,
He shot one of the guys.
can I end up typing what I want to do to Mark, I mean, secretly?
You can, however, I would ask if you do anything that would be noticeable by the rest of the party, that you would make sure you tell the rest of the party that. So if
alright.
you're saying anything aloud, if you're making anything...
It's quietly.
Okay. If it's quiet, then by all means you can type it to me in private.
Alright.
I like this whole secrecy thing. It makes things seem a bit more real.
Right.
I think
Because really, you know, Punt would know this, but the rest of you wouldn't.
Right.
Oh well, back to Game Grumps.
We're making good time too. We're a fair deal through this this session, and we've got plenty of time to go.
Yep.
Alright.
So yeah, Gentle Punt, you still have your action.
Alright. Let's see, how many spaces? That was 30, okay. So she gets 15 spaces left. She's going to... Wait a minute. Sorry. Can I do this?
Yeah,
In a way?
absolutely.
Okay.
That works.
There you go.
So
And she...
Gentle Punt runs over to the wagon. Apparently, does this like looks inside and then runs back. At least that's what the rest of you see. You know there's somebody in that wagon who was told to kill a small pony, and Gentle Punt just sort of looked in there and ran back.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
it's
anyway.
very interesting.
Continue, Gentle Punt.
she is going to then attack Bandit 1 with Monk Unarmed Strike.
Alright. That'll be a critical
Okay.
miss.
Offhand? That's a little higher, but...
Unfortunately, that will miss.
Flurry of Blows? He missed
That
again.
will miss as well.
Oh well. I'm
You
sorry.
still have a key point. You have one
I
more
used
before
it.
you.
Oh,
You have
I
two.
have 2.
Yeah,
Okay,
you have
I'll
2.
use that one.
Alright. There you
There you go. It's always the key points.
Oh, minimum damage.
Nah.
You
Oh, well.
didn't add the D4.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
D4.
right.
That's right. Yes.
8 damage!
Nice.
And he is bloodied. Alright, I believe that'll be it for you, Gentle Punt.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright. Sureen.
Sereen's going to kind of stare at Gentle Punt for a split second. And
It's very
then...
odd.
It is
Wait,
quite odd.
Gentle Punt gives her a glance that it'll be fine. Things will be fine.
It is a little bit odd, but she's going to trust her for now.
Serene, roll an insight check.
Insight check. That's sorry, that was
Wisdom.
intelligence.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Alrighty.
Alright, you can more or less tell that Gentle Punt had good reason for doing that, or good enough.
Right.
You may continue.
She's going to swing. Never mind.
We're both
Yep. Yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Another bolt comes whizzing out from beyond the edge of the battlefield and strikes, I'll say, bandit number 4. And knocks him stone dead.
Nice.
Yay!
Deacondel. Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
Alright, you're good for at least another round. Or at least, well, you have 1 success. I have to transfer my terminology over from 4th edition.
Right.
Bandit. Well, he's going to attack Gentle Punt.
Better her than me.
Yeah, it'll hit.
He'll take 5 damage.
Right at my bloody value. Huh.
And that will be it for the bandit. Gentle Punt.
Okay, Monk Unarmed. Let's see if she can knock him out.
Right.
That'll miss.
Okay, offhand.
That'll hit.
Hey, you actually
Yay.
hit.
It's going to be just 1d6. 2 damage.
Plus 1d4.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
plus 1d4.
Bard's wrong.
I keep forgetting. 4 damage.
There you go. Now he's dead.
Yay!
And I actually forgot to take his turn. On the bandit's turn, Bandit 3 just sort of leaps out of the covered wagon and GTFOs. Runs away. Serene, you would note that he does not have a spear in his hand.
Alrighty.
That's interesting.
No.
And that's it. Na 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 na.
For Deacondel, he is knocked out. He is knocked out cold.
All right, so yeah, someone might want to stabilize him.
Yeah, working on that.
I'll do it. Medicine check, I guess.
Yeah, I don't actually have...
Flanking. Do you get advantage from the medicine checks?
Well, it's good enough. 13.
Right.
Serene, are you going to roll one as well?
Intelligence or...
Yep.
Medicine is...
Okay.
Oh, wisdom.
I might as
Sure.
well. Hey!
Yeah!
Okay, he's so totally stabilized right now. You know what? Sure. As soon as you stabilize him, he's away again. Blah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
when he
after
comes-
that... Oops, sorry.
When you stabilize him, Sureen Ink, your masterful working of that medicine kit, that healer's kit, after tending to him for a few moments, his eyes flutter open and his wounds close.
Nice. Hey, I actually had proficiency with that healer's kit and I forgot to add it.
Gentle Punt is going to go back and check on the mare.
The mare, who is at the front of the cart, is... well, you'd have to do a medicine check on her. There's a small colt in the cart, if you want to get him.
Hey, I'm
I'll
back.
check on him after
Welcome
the
back.
mare.
Welcome back, Deacondel. After the combat ended, Serene and Punt tended your wounds. You have 10 hit points.
Derp, that
10
didn't work
hit
at
points?
Yep.
all. Yep.
Okay.
Wasn't that
Medicine-
incredible?
medicine check again on the colt.
Yeah. Woo!
Alright, so, Gentle Punt, you're doing a medicine check on the mare, and Serene Ink, a medicine check on the colt.
Yes.
Is that correct? Alright. Gentle Punt, I can tell you that the mare is unfortunately dead. The spear wounds pierced her organs. If you had been only a few moments sooner, you might have been able to spare her. Serene, when you look in the back of the cart, you see the back of the colt. He's peering out of the cart and looking at apparently, his dead mother.
Oh.
Otherwise, he seems unharmed.
Poor thing.
Yep.
So, Punt, what did you
Yeah.
see? What did you see back there in the back?
Oh, I told the man to please leave. Apparently he didn't even want to be here.
Well, I can
So I gave him a chance to go ahead and leave.
Interesting.
As you're talking, the young colt climbs out of the wagon and curls up next to his mother's corpse.
Gentleman Punt looks down at the little colt and says, "I'm sorry, we couldn't get to your mother in time."
Would you like to roll a persuasion check? Or is that simply roleplay?
Simply roleplay.
Alright. He does not respond to you.
Aww.
Well, I'm going to go back to the cart, and I say to the man, you did good out there, from what I can tell. I mean, yeah, not very long.
Yeah, the man has a definite sort of rekindled hatred in his eyes. As you're walking over to him, he's busy, even though all the foes are clearly dispatched, he's busy loading another bolt into the crossbow.
I say to myself, probably did better than I intended. Boy, won't that elf lady be pleased. And then I go back over here. So, I guess I'll try to get its attention by,
Oh wait, I forgot to add my con modifier.
Love those con mods.
It's a 3. Hey, it's better than 1.
Hell yeah.
Better than 1.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's not very good. I just try to get its attention, and I try to call, like, I don't know what. I mean, it's besides the corpse of its own mother.
Question, how much is it to, revive a person?
In terms of cost,
Yeah.
you need a very powerful cleric, and I believe the expense is 500 gold, if not more.
Oh.
And I guess
I
Spare the
don't have
Dying
that
also.
Spare the Dying is sort of an interrupt when somebody. You have to cast it when somebody hits 0. It's not something you can cast, whenever.
I feel so bad. Gentle Punt is going to go ahead and ask the cult if he has a father. Do you have a dad?
Without looking up, the cult says softly, "He died trying to defend us.
Oh.
My mummy tried to run away with me." Essentially, it was the one you found earlier.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm not quite sure whether to try to convince him to go with us, or to just leave him be.
Gentle Punt is going to say that she can't help revive his parents, but she would be gladly to take him in.
Take him in. Define take him in.
To take care of him until, someone can actually fully take care of him for now.
Sort of like being an adoptive parent?
Yeah.
Alright. Why don't you make me a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage on that.
Alright. I hope it's good. Oh, fudge. Darn it.
He looks up at you. "I'm not leaving my mummy." I will note, although your previous wooden cart is more or less full at this point,
There's a new
this-
cart to...
this new cart is much more sizable. It could hold a few bodies, and then some, and it is in perfect working condition.
Right.
Alright, yeah, we're going to put the 2 we have in our cart into there. We're also going to take the barrel that belongs to the man, and we're going to go back and get the body of the father so we can go to Oakwood so we can have a proper burial for both parents.
Alright. Everybody please make me a perception check.
Okie dokie dokie. Intelligence.
Perception is wisdom.
Perception is wisdom. Can't remember what's what. Oh, hey.
Nice. Alright.
Nope. Very good.
Oh, this is perfect, actually. This is definitely something the bard should have. I might as well just give it to you, because you are a bard. Your bardic knowledge is going to get this anyway. Sureen, as you're heading back, something catches your eye about the dark robes that the bandits were wearing. Do-do-do-do. Wait a minute, that one's better. Some of you might get this, some of you might not. Actually, you know what? Since this is broadcasting, I'll just drop the image on map tools. That way people who are watching can actually see it. Those of you in the audience are quite likely going to get this immediately, but don't say anything. That's a joke.
Right.
Alright.
It's a giant question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah, give it a moment to load up. The symbol, when it does load up, the symbol on the cultists' robes looks an awful lot like that. A skull with what ostensibly are drops of blood surrounding it.
Goody. Goody, goody, goody.
Do you know who it is?
Baal, god of murder.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't even need to type it to you then. Sureen Ink, you know exactly what that symbol is.
It's Baal, god of murder. Yay!
oh dear.
Ah, boy.
Well then.
Yep.
Isn't that wonderful?
Sureen's, not exactly happy and kind of freaked out now. 'Cause, yeah.
For those people who do not know who Bahal or Baal is, why don't you give them you can give them a brief description, or I can if you wish.
Yeah. I probably know less than you do, but basically Baal is the god of murder. He and his followers are basically like they enjoy murder. Basically, the whole thing is just killing people just because they can, because it's fun, because they enjoy it, that kind of stuff. So.
But even more sinister, there are changes going on in the land of Faerun. 5th edition is part of that, actually.
Yep.
Bahal, or Baal, was killed a long, long time ago, but he survived through his Bahal spawn, essentially children who would carry on his legacy. They were sort of like demons that rested in familial lines until they were revived to wreak all sorts of terrible havoc. Recently, in the city of Baldur's Gate, a few Bahal spawn attacked. Many, many people were gruesomely murdered. However, a brave band of adventurers, as it often is, managed to not stop the Bahal spawn, but lessen their effectiveness. However, it wasn't enough. Bahal has returned. The god of murder has been brought back to life.
Yep.
Mwahahaha. Sorry.
And you just fought some of his cultists. Well done. All right. If there are not any other questions, then we can continue.
We can continue.
All right. There is one thing I will do quickly, because obviously you earned this. Boom. Searching the bodies of the Bahal cultists, that's what you find. And oh look, 3 common potions. You know what those are? Potions of healing.
Right.
Yay! I got my potion of healing back. And we each get 1.
Yep. Each get one.
So be sure to note that. Whoever wants to note the rewards may do so.
I'll note the rewards.
Alright.
Cover.
So then. The small colt curls up with the bodies of his parents as you continue on your journey, unless of course there's anything else you'd like to do.
Do we just like dump off the father's corpse, or does he come with us?
The father's corpse? I believe you're taking the corpse of the mother and father to Oakwood, where
and the
you would bury them.
comes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can do whatever the hell you want with the cultists.
No,
I
was
don't even leave them. They were jerks.
I was
I'm
talking
sorry,
about the
but
cult.
About the what?
The cult,
oh, the cult.
Colt.
He's coming with us
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's not going to leave his parents' sight anytime soon.
Yep.
Alright.
The little pony. We're dealing with a cult and a cult.
Yeah.
They sound very similar.
Alright. The last glow of the setting sun kisses the horizon, its final farewell for this day. The night is coming on, and it brings with it a chill that you all feel in your bones. You must be nearing Oakwood, though the sounds of heated argument up ahead are indicative of a small group of people, not a small town. And yes, Mia, it is.
Aww.
But nobody asked for names.
Yeah,
I had all
I
these
know.
names prepared and nobody asked for them.
Oh yeah. I doubt we'll be seeing much of them.
Hey, you know what? While Jensen is pushing the cart, she goes ahead and looks back and asks the cult, "What's your name?" There you go, Happy.
Is the other pony like not catatonic now?
No, she's still fairly well catatonic.
Okay.
The cult mumbles, sort of whispers. It's a little hard to hear as you're pushing the cart along. Sharp mind.
Aww.
You would have gotten the names if you asked.
Yep.
Or like the catatonic one.
Can jump onto
Well, not
thing
the
that-
catatonic one, no, but, you know, there
Yeah.
are quite a few NPCs in this. Anyway,
Jump on will say, "That's a nice name."
he doesn't respond.
Oh,
Alright. I will have to move your tokens again. So yeah. You hear up ahead the sounds of debate, argument, beratement, it sounds like. You do not see anyone, but you do hear it. What do you do?
Perception.
Probably a good idea.
You can try a perception check if you're trying to listen in from a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that arguing?
Bah.
Is Deacondel going to try a perception check?
Yeah.
He might be FK.
Or muted. You never know.
Gentle Punt. You are a fair distance away, so it's difficult to discern any words, but it sounds like maybe 2 or 3 people arguing with another one. The 2 or 3 seem very angry. The other one seems defensive. As best you can tell.
Well, I guess Gentle Punt will walk, continue to walk, but slowly. She doesn't know who these people are.
Okay. Are you going to have the cart with you?
Okay. Probably not. She's going to turn to over to the cult and says, "I'll be back, alright?"
The small colt does not respond.
I guess I'll go with her. Sureen, do you want to watch over the cart, or do you
Yeah,
want...
Sureen will stay and watch the cart.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna go up, and I'm going to be listening, with insight, trying to check insight. Oh my god. It's not good.
Alright. Before you do that, I'll still count that roll, but it's very important. Are you both trying to not have your approach be known?
Yeah, I'm going to. So I'm
Both
guessing
of you roll a stealth check.
Alright.
Yep. Still.
Oh,
clang,
fudge.
clang.
Yeah, I probably also have, like, disadvantage on that because of my fingers.
The road being
Yeah.
too loud on my hooves.
So, 9.
Fortunately, very fortunately,
They're too,
thank the gods.
Oh well. It all counts.
The people seem to be too enthralled in their argument to hear your approach or see your approach. You're able to get up to a tree, and both of you are able to peek around it. Although the light is beginning to fade, you do see you see 3 men. One of them larger than the other 2. One has a spear in his hand. The larger one has, to find it, has a long sword in his hand, and he's holding it threateningly at another smaller one who has no weapons in his hand. They are all wearing similar robes that by now are very familiar to you.
All of them?
Even yes, all 3 of them. Even in this dim light, you can see just barely the skull shape and the sort of wreath of blood drops.
Did Gentle Punt recognize any of them?
Yeah, I'm guessing she recognized this one without the weapons, because...
Gentle Punt, perception
yeah.
check.
Okay. Oh, crap.
It's tough to say, but you got a pretty good idea that one without weapons is that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's mad because these 2 are looking like they're going to kill him.
Which is what the cultists of Bahal tend to do.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? She's going to go ahead and charge at them.
Oh, I was gonna do perception to see if there was anybody else around, because I think we can take 2 guys, but...
Deacondel, looking around briefly, you do not see any other people in this area. You do, however, see Gentle Punt charging forward.
Okay.
She's mad. Come on.
I will remind you that Sureen is a fair distance away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Well, we're going to alert them anyway. I might as well use my thaumaturgy. I'm gonna raise my voice. I'm gonna say, Sureen, get over here.
It's too late. Combat has started.
Yeah. Sureen, get over
You
here.
have to do that on your turn.
Oh, okay.
Because as soon as Gentle Punt charged out, they knew that you guys were there while you were looking around.
Alright.
So,
I'm sorry.
however, This-
But the we're only going against the bandits, right?
Maybe.
I'm not going to hurt the one that is, no. And, well, doesn't have weapons on him. Because I'm mostly guessing that's the one that I let go off.
So which bandit is good bandit?
One moment.
I'm sorry, but this is something Gentle Punt would do. It's stupid, but she doesn't want another person to get murdered in front of her.
Sorry. There should be a way to clear all the initiatives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just select the initiative, the tokens, and then you right click, and then there should be a clear initiative on there.
Oh, so we're
Whoopsies.
gonna re-roll them? Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go, I claim my initiative for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I'll just do it manually for now.
Yeah, each
Alright.
of us can also clear our own initiative too, so. Well, I'm not ready for combat.
Right.
Technically, how far would I be since I started charging towards them?
Let's see. Again, I'll give you half of your speed toward them.
Okay.
Sure. Deacondel, because you guys are sort of behind a tree, I'll say you're over there.
It's saying I
And,
have initiative now, but I...
Yeah, I know. Don't... Just ignore that.
Yeah, give him a moment. He'll get it set up in a minute.
And Serene, you're kind of there.
I'm sorry.
Gentle Punt, when you charge out, do you say anything?
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Do you say anything loudly?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Serene, you just heard Gentle Punt scream loudly. Best guess is that she's charging something again. Alright, yeah. Gentle Punt, it is your turn.
Which one is the one I recognize?
That would be Bandit 1.
Okay.
Put an aura, put a halo around him. Yellow for cowardly, perhaps. Anyway.
Literature.
Okay, I am going to...
Oh, okay.
Hopefully roll better this time.
Yes!
That's what you're going to do.
Yes. Unarmed strike. Yay!
That'll
Nice.
hit.
Okay.
Hey, if you can land a hit all 4 times.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
5.
Okay.
This is offhand.
That'll definitely hit. Okay.
And I get flurry of blows.
Oh, hey, I just noticed the bandits have their AC right there.
That's not, actually, that will miss.
Oh, alright.
That's not their actual AC.
No, it isn't. They're just generic tokens that I pulled out. I didn't have time for tokens.
That's all I can do. I attack 3 times.
Alright. Him. As soon as he sees you charging in, he had his sword pointed threateningly at your quote-unquote friend, the bandit, but as soon as you charged in, he just looked to you. He's going to swing around here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh yes. Uh-oh, indeed. So he'll have advantage on this. Yeah, one of those.
Oh, yeah, that train too will hit. Ouch.
7 damage.
Oh, wow, I got 1 HP left.
Oh dear.
Is Bandit 2 even bloody?
Yes, sorry. He's quite bloodied, actually. Bloodied.
I'm quite bloody.
Yep, and, see, I was thinking about this when I was taking a shower earlier. It just popped into my head. There's a DM at the card shop who, sings this little song whenever the party gets split. He says, split the party, split the party. So I decided to add a few more words. Let's see if I can remember what I wrote.
You do not want to split the party up. That's the joke.
Split
Yeah.
the party,
I know the joke.
party, what I love to hear you say. You have asked for, I'll deliver. Here you are, your TPK.
But yeah, it just takes the bite out of the joke when someone has to explain it.
So, here's the thing. He has a multi-attack, so he's going to do that again.
Oh, dear. I'm dead.
Well, not dead.
Well, okay,
but-
not dead,
Well,
but not
damage.
all of it. In -2.
And that will be it. That puts you as unconscious. Alright. And that'll be it for him. Deacondel.
Okay, I wonder if this kind of stuff would be a surprise what I'm doing now because they don't actually see me. But I'm going to step out from behind a tree and I'm going to try to Searing Light Bandit 2.
Alright.
Now would this be advantage because they didn't see me? Or
Is it Searing Smite?
it's Searing Sacred Flame. It's Sacred Flame.
Oh, Sacred Flame. Alright. That's different.
I'll go ahead and put Run Roll down. Okay.
That's not an attack roll.
Okay.
Sacred Flame is I have to make a saving throw.
Okay.
Who's this targeting?
Bandit 2, please.
2. You gotta
Targeting
be
Bandit
12. Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. He gets a that. Yeah. Okay, that'll hit. Now you can roll damage.
I believe it's D8. No modifiers on that D8, right?
No modifiers.
Okay. Alright. Oh, you go down, I guess.
Yes, you did. He had 1 hit point left.
Yeah. And I
The
guess.
bandit
Man, if I
turns
took
and
him
looks at
down-
you.
Okay, I guess I'll. I've moved all that I can move, so I'm going to end my turn.
Alright. There is a bandit remaining, however, he's currently too afraid to... Actually, Mia.
Yeah?
Call it high, medium, or low.
Medium.
Me-
Oh.
Me-
Sky flag.
And darn it. Try sticking again. No? Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
So, apologize to the audience. This does happen occasionally. Technical difficulties.
Yep. Oh dear.
Stands there, unsure what to do.
You like the kids like
Yeah.
Sorry.
We heard you. Apologies
Great.
to the
Am I
audience.
lagging
Technical
now?
difficulties. No, you're not like
No. That's so funny.
Okay. Let's try this for a third time. Apologies to the audience, technical difficulties, yada yada yada. The roll didn't work. The bandit stands there, unsure what to do. Did it get through that time?
Yeah, I got through that time.
Excellent, moving on. Sureen, your turn.
Well, this is
you're all
when
the
I'm
way
glad
down
that
there.
ponies have a massive move speed.
Well, you can move twice.
Yeah, well,
that's like-
I mean, even if I did move twice without the massive move speed, I'm like 80 feet away just from the map itself. So I wouldn't
I
even
don't
get
think you
into the
get
map if I
bonuses
only
for
had 30
running.
feet. Yeah, I'm 65 feet away from the map. I wouldn't even get into the map if I didn't have the massive speed. That's why
Yeah.
I'm saying that I am glad that ponies have this massive speed.
Well,
so I'm gonna
use
go,
it up.
Yep. I have to go 40 and 40 and.
And you can go 10 more if you want.
Hmm?
I was just saying you can. Oh wait, you're already in the corner. Never mind.
Yeah, I've already double moved and everything.
Yeah. All right.
So I think that's as far as I can go. I can't do anything else.
Yeah, that would be your movement and your action.
Yeah.
Although by now you do see Gentle Punt lying on the ground.
Yep.
Alright.
It's just something to fancy.
Alright, moving on. Gentle Punt, death saving throw.
Oh dear. Oh
Strike one.
yeah.
Bandit leader. He turns to Deacondel.
Dickwag.
And he
Yeah,
is
he can do
going
that
to
now.
swang. Let's make sure I have his attack roll correct. Yes, I do.
At least this time he doesn't get advantage.
That will
Yeah.
miss.
There we go.
Definitely. He will
Oh, you still get
swing
2
again.
anyway.
Yes. He will
Yep.
swing again, and he will miss again. Love that heavy armor.
Yep.
Yep.
Deacondel.
Not that
Okay,
it mattered anyway. You rolled under.
There's not really much I can do.
Straight up
Unless
attack. Just melee attack. I mean, 5th edition
Unless you
is
got
not
range
much you can ever
shield.
do.
I mean, if you
well,
have
I
range shield, but
I got one, but like I don't. Would that actually do anything for you? Like you'd still be down.
yeah, he'll will instant heal me.
Yeah. The ranged moves
It
though
will
might
hit me
provoke
right
an
back up.
opportunity attack though. I think.
Okay. I guess I'll just bring you back. I'll use my word again, using up another slot, and it's going to be Steve, and you will get healed for 2 points. You're up. Well, prone,
Okay.
but you're not unconscious.
Yeah. She has 2 health. That's what's important.
Which
Yeah.
word?
And,
Your healing word?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a swift, so I can do another thingy.
It's 1d8 plus 2, and if you have the life thing, I believe you add more to it.
Okay, so it's 6.
6. Yay! I'm no longer bloody.
Alright, and I'm gonna try to hit him anyway with my sickle.
But I'm still prone.
Alright.
Yep.
That will miss.
Okay, I'm done.
Alright. Bandit.
Alrighty. Bandit.
Mia, call it once more. High, medium, or low?
Medium.
Medium.
That's my...
Very damn close enough to medium. Close enough.
It's close! Medium is close! Medium should be 10! Oh well.
Here's the thing. Alright. Bandit 1 is going to move over to here. And he's weaponless at the moment, but he's going to attempt to just punch Bandit Leader 1.
Why not flank?
Because if he got into flanking there, then he'd be blocking Gentle Punt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I can easily charge. Get up and charge.
And he will miss. Bandit Leader glares at him, at the audacity that he would attack his leader. Sureen.
Alrighty. Should I? Yes, I can.
Bard Song?
Yeah, I was thinking of Bard Song. I was also thinking of trying to actually attack. Bard Song would probably be more helpful. Let's see. Yeah. Go ahead and do the Bard Song.
Alright. You begin singing.
You might want to move up a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking here.
It's a range of 25 feet, so...
Yep. I just had to figure out where 25 feet is.
Alright. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright. Gentle Punt.
It's the whole move to stand up, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and charge.
Yay!
So I can still... Can I do a monk unarmed strike, or...
Actually, when charging, you can only make one melee attack. So...
Alright, so
that'd
be my armed strike, my regular unarmed attack.
Well, last time you charged, you did all them attacks. I think.
I wasn't charging.
Oh. Okay.
I did charge at the beginning, but I was able to actually move.
Okay.
So...
you have advantage, but that'll... Actually, you know what? Roll again. You might crit.
I wish. That would be awesome. Yeah.
You don't crit,
Oh, well.
but you definitely hit.
What if it's 1d4? Oh, minimum damage. Oh, wait a minute. Offhand, right?
No.
No.
Charge.
No,
They
okay.
can only do
Charging
Okay.
only allows you to make one melee attack.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I can only in my turn.
Alright. Bandit Leader. Ah, he's unhappy. Alright,
But he
what
will
he's
eat
going to do... He is going... He's going to attack Gentle Punt, is what he's going to do. Actually, no. He's going to attack Bandit 1, is what he's going to do.
He's pissed.
Yes, he is. That will just barely miss. That will miss as well. He's doing terribly.
Yes!
Sometimes the dice love the players.
You gotta love it when the boss character can't hit.
Yep. Deacondel.
Oh, I thought I was after Punt, but okay. Okay.
Well, Gentle Punt's already taken her turn, then the bandit leader as
Yeah.
well, so.
Oh, it Punt. Then bandits give me. Okay.
Yeah. Yep,
Alright.
Neither of those will hit.
Okay. I wonder if I got any swift fingies. No, I don't get any swift fingies. I'll end my turn.
Alright. Bandit is going to crit. However, he's unarmed. So he does not actually have any die to roll. And his max damage is his only damage, which means he deals all of 1 damage.
He has no modifiers.
No.
That's why you would have a modifier, so 2 damage.
And also, I wonder if our bard song would apply to him.
Yeah, Bard Song would apply to him, so that would be 6
Alright,
damage.
5 damage.
So didn't the Bard Song max from a crit? I thought that's what we had said before.
Well, I think it's either one.
Yeah.
6 damage. And he's bloodied.
Make the DM rage.
So not bad for a punch.
Yeah.
Right.
Sureen.
Except that since he's getting the Bard Song, isn't that dice? I mean,
What?
wouldn't he technically be able to then use that dice to roll another die from the Bard Song?
Fuck you. Okay, so he basically took out half of his boss with a punch. It's all yours.
That was great. That was great. Lay charge, flanking. Flanking 3. Nope.
Nope, either of those. And that will be it for your turn since you charged, I believe.
Yes.
Alright, Gentle Punt.
Okay. Let's finish him. The monk, another strike.
You have advantage, so roll again.
Oh, right.
Yep. Flanking.
Miss.
Everybody has flanking.
Okay, offhand.
You can hit up in order to get that again.
Got 16 will hit.
No?
No,
That's a
it
miss?
won't.
Alrighty.
16 won't hit. Wow.
16 is a miss.
That's a
Okay.
surprise.
Flurry of blows.
Miss.
No. Wow. I end my turn apparently.
Alright. Oh yeah, he's definitely pissed now. He's so going to attempt to kill his fellow bandit. That'll hit. Ouch. And he will swing again. That'll crit.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Enrage timer's up. Well dead. Alright.
Ooh!
Yeah,
That's a
he's
lot of damage.
17 damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, he actually died. He died.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Decapitated.
That bandit threw one punch like a feint and then came around with a right hook square across the bandit leader's jaw. Knocked him for a loop. His stumbling around is what caused everyone else to miss. But then he got his senses back, drew his sword, and lobbed Bandit 1's head off.
Right.
He is frothing, he is bleeding, he is angry. Deacondel.
Oh, okay.
Isn't-
He's going like.
It's fun when you can make excuses for
Miss.
how the dice roll.
Okay. I am my turn again.
Sureen.
Alrighty. Derp. If I can type this stuff properly. 18?
That'll hit.
Advantage, never mind.
You do not have advantage.
Oh, that's right, because he's not missing. I forgot.
But you still hit.
Yeah, still hit. Ooh, almost.
Damage. And you know what? He goes down.
Yeah, you know what? We're giving Bennett one burial too. Just because.
So I guess Bear to die and wouldn't do anything for this guy.
Yeah, you would have had to use that when he went down, which is not what you
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I thought it was if they were unconscious. Okay.
No, you
Okay.
had
No,
to do.
yeah, it's a reaction. You have to use it as soon as it happens.
Okay.
So.
All right.
But yeah, we're going to give Bennett one a funeral.
right.
Well, burial.
I'm gonna rush back to the cart and check on the old man.
The old man is still there. He's actually, why don't you roll me an insight check, Deacondel?
Okay.
And don't crit again, come on.
Alright.
Please,
Almost
Good,
hit.
that's good.
a 19 will work for me. When you get back there, the man is he's not old. He's middle aged, but he's holding the hand crossbow at the ready, and he's sort of going between guarding the carriage where the colt is, and occasionally looking in, looking almost sorrowful, as if he feels bad. For those of you who remain behind and dutifully loot the bandits, that is what you get.
Nice.
One extra
One
potions
person
of healing. Can I keep that one potion of healing too? I might as well.
I didn't hear
Three
any
potions of
complaints,
healing.
so.
Yeah. 12 copper, 2 silver, 7 gold.
And if you are interested in collecting equipment from these guys, I don't know, are you? They only have mundane equipment.
Not really. We're not Phoenix.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't have a bag of holding in which to hold it
Just
all.
a Punt will return. Bring the Bennett
All right.
one with her.
And you don't need bags of holding. You're ponies.
This is-
Remember, your carrying capacity is jacked up.
Right. My
Anyway,
carrying capacity is, what, 180?
yeah, it's crazy.
Really? A 180 is normal for... Okay, I really need to edit that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what how much I could actually carry, so...
I think as an earth pony, you get essentially a plus 100 pounds or something like that.
It's your strength times 10. But when you're factoring your carrying capacity as a pony, well, actually, I don't know about earth ponies. I'd have to look that
Yeah,
one
I think earth ponies get a plus 10 to their strength modifier when determining carrying capacity. I think unicorns get a plus 6, and
Yeah,
Pegasi get a
plus
plus
6.
8. I'm not really sure, but anyway, regardless, you can carry an awful lot of weight.
Right.
Wait, plus 10, so...
When determining your carrying capacity, treat
Yeah.
your strength modifier as if it was 10 high. Treat your strength score as if it was 10 higher.
Right.
In other words, yeah.
Instead 200?
What is your strength score right now?
Modifier, 0.
Score.
Score?
Your score.
Oh,
Yeah, the
10.
score itself.
10. Alright, so normally you'd be able to carry 100, but because you're a pony, you can carry 200. And of course,
Yeah.
that would mean you're encumbered. Your maximum carrying, I think, would be 400, and then 800. If you beyond that, you can't do anything. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot higher. Anyway, so you carry the bandit who turned to your side in the end, but was unfortunately beheaded.
I'm sorry.
Carry him back to your cart. There are quite a few corpses you're hauling back at this point.
Oops.
I
I'm
will say
sorry,
at this
but
point,
I care.
George is becoming more and more, uppity about this. He's not really saying anything. He's remaining somewhat quiet, but it's a lot easier to see now that he's not enjoying how many dead people you're finding on the road.
Right.
And before he could get mad, Gentle Punt will explain that this bandit has actually started helping them.
He would completely accept your explanation. I would assume
Alright.
you would have told him of the one that left the cult without
Yeah.
telling. Yeah.
Yeah. Same
You would
person.
need only tell him that it's the same band. He would agree without argument. Anyway, after loading up your cargo once more, your macabre cargo, you continue on down the path. The stars begin to pierce the wine-dark heavens as you climb to a rise in the road. Ahead of you, several thatched-roofed buildings mark the occurrence of a small town. This must be Oakwood. You hasten to reach the end of your journey, but are stopped by a man lying on his stomach, limp on the side of the road. Before you add another body to the growing pile, the man vomits, spewing up foul bile, the scent of which mixes with the aged musk of alcohol-stained clothing. You don't need to roll anything here. The man is clearly an alcoholic. And yes, I included that line in the description.
I'm guessing he'll be fine. I mean, but
I guess the question is, would you leave him here?
I guess Gentle Punt would actually help the man up and see to it that he gets to a tavern at least.
There's another question, actually, I feel as though I should ask. By this time, the sun has gone down. Now, you've been outside this whole time, so your eyes have had enough time to adjust, but regardless, it is still officially dark. It's on the border between dim light and total darkness. Does anyone want to procure a light source? I know your adventuring kits should have torches.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, Gentle Punt is kind of busy pulling the cart, so...
Well, I've got low light vision.
Yeah.
Sureen or Deacondel want to bring out a torch.
Sureen will do better than pulling out a torch. She'll just cast light with her horn.
There you go.
Her horn glows, creating, I think it's, I don't know what kind of light it is. Let me look it up.
I guess.
Emits bright light in a 20-foot radius, dim light for an additional 20 foot.
Okay.
Coming out from her, so.
Okay, major question. Precisely how close are you getting to this man with that light? Within 20 feet?
Probably, yeah, would probably be that close enough.
As soon as you approach him, carrying the shimmering light upon yourself, he turns over and immediately he howls in pain, being blinded by this radiance.
It's like, oops.
He drunkenly stumbles to his feet, his hands trying to brush away the piercing, blinding light as if it's some sort of insect. Obviously, it's not working.
Gentle Punt turns to Sureen and says, "Can you turn that down a notch?"
Sureen's going to roll her eyes, and she's gonna just kind of walk a bit closer to Gentle Punt, and I mean she's gonna keep the light going. She can't really turn it down or anything.
Oh, okay.
So. But
Well, Gentle Punt is going to go over to the man and...
Maybe you
come
could
on.
levitate it so that it only reaches dim light or something like that.
I could move away. I have to cast it on something, and I cast it on my horn. So it lasts for an hour. Sureen would have to walk away, but
Well, that's a cantrip,
yeah.
right?
yeah, it's a cantrip.
Well, anyways,
I mean,
they're gonna help the guy.
yeah.
To get into the tavern or something.
Alright, so Gentle Punt, you're gonna sort of walk over to the guy and help him to his feet?
Yeah.
He smells horrible. But even worse, as soon as he's also sort of, more or less covered in vomit, as soon as you get close to him, he sort of wraps his arms around you and uses you to help himself to his feet.
Of course, you can tell that Gentle Punt is not liking the smell. It's written all over her face.
Yeah.
Sureen is going to groan a little bit, and then prestidigitation. Everybody's clean. Even the drunk man.
Alright. It takes you a few castings, but you do manage to get him in such a way that he's not going to be spreading his filth to you or your party, which is obviously a positive outcome.
Right.
As you're doing this, however, Sir George steps forward, his eyes sort of trained on this drunken man. It takes him a few moments. He sort of looks from side to side, and he addresses all of you. Does he not look familiar to you?
Gentle Punt looks at the man again.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Percepzione.
In fact, he does. It's, again, a familial relationship. It's not exactly identical, but the resemblance is uncanny. Uncanny to that bard that was in that tavern. Only this one, his beard is so much longer. His attitude is completely different. The bard in the tavern was, walking nearly on his toes. His steps were light. His attitude, jovial and happy and carefree. This man is slovenly, disgusting. He barely hold on to Gentle Punt, and he's requiring her to keep him upright. But still, the resemblance is uncanny. But not only that, there's an uncanny resemblance to Sir George himself. There's obviously, he looks more like the bard from the tavern, but there is still a distinctive familial relationship between this drunken man and Sir George.
Huh.
Sir George seems to realize this as well. To him, it's almost like he knows this person.
Well, we're taking him with us to the tavern. So I guess we're going to find out eventually who he is.
The drunk man places a wet, sloppy kiss on Gentle Punt's cheek. I want to go to this tavern. I haven't done it yet. You see? Look. You see? He's sort of pointing more or less toward the direction of where he threw up. There. Yeah, that was supposed to be inside me. It's not. So I have to go to the tavern. Put it back in.
It's like, no, you're not going to get any more drinks. You're going to sleep at the tavern.
Yeah, you.
Oh my gosh.
This is when Serene sighs and wishes she knew the sleep spell.
So, are you going to do anything about this, or just head on toward the tavern?
Head over to the tavern.
Alright.
Wow.
Carrying your new drunken buddy with you. As you enter Oakwood, there are things about this small town which ring with an odd sort of deja vu, if you will. It's hard to place. As you reach the tavern, this feeling grows stronger. You are all struck by a sense of familiarity and foreboding. Entering the dilapidated, half-burned structure, you see a paltry fire burning low, a few brave embers casting a dim light about the broken and dreary room. An old, bedraggled bartender uses a filthy rag to wipe down a broken flagon, and a man of eerily familiar drunken disposition is flopped unconscious upon the bar, sleeping off a pile of empty casks. In one corner, a painted mare entertains an earth pony, rubbing her body against his as he carelessly beats her or feels between her flanks. He has around his shoulders a familiar dark brown cloak with a skull insignia, and at the tables around him, other ponies and men eat food and drink copious amounts of ale, also wearing the cloak. A filly huddles under a bar stool, her eyes darting about. She shivers with fear. It dawns on you that many of these faces are remarkably familiar. It further dawns on you that the companions you have picked up upon the road, as well as the carts you were dragging them on with, are nowhere to be found.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
We're in the Twilight Zone, apparently.
Ooh, it's a twist. Ooh.
The ponies the cult with us is gone, and wow, that's crazy.
Dun dun dun!
Yeah, we're in the
Right.
Twilight Zone now. Woot!
Right.
That
Something's
is
going on
freaky.
all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Indeed. What, if anything, could be going on?
Well, that was fun.
I assure you, this is not pointless. You just have to
I
wait.
think it's pointless.
It isn't.
Okay, bro.
Guys, we're in a town full of the followers of the, murderous god.
This will all make sense next session.
Yep.
Okay, I can't wait that long.
I
I'm
am
done.
scared.
And yeah, that is it. I'm not going to give out experience. By the end of next session, your characters will reach level 2.
Yay!
And, well, that's it. Emily, I don't know if you want to wrap it up, but next week we will finish this adventure, and you'll no longer be hanging from the cliff. Thank you all very much for playing.
I don't get it.
Alright, so next week we will, as was just said, we will be continuing this so next week we'll be continuing this session, or this storyline. Once again, January 5th, I believe, was the date, as it was. We will be returning back to Pool of Radiance. I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm sure you guys will all be happy once you see it. That said, I still have more work to do. So I will, of course, still be continuing to work on it over the course of this week. I want to get as much done as possible. Yeah, I guess I don't really have too much else to say. Guess the main thing I'll say is that since Christmas is on its way here in, 3 days? Well, 2 days when people watch this, 'cause it won't even be up till Monday. We record Sunday, but it doesn't actually finish uploading until Monday. I may change it to D&D Mondays instead of D&D Sundays.
Anyways, Merry Christmas.
Yep. I'll say I know the plot twist, but that's because I helped Mark write the story. So.
Well, I mentioned what it would be.
Right.
I can assure you and the viewers that I spent the last 2 days really painstakingly getting all the details right.
Yeah. So.
It's all a dream.
Nope,
Gentle
not a dream.
having a nightmare.
I assure you, everything will make sense.
Okay.
Yep. No, it'll make sense next week.
It's a different dimension.
So yeah, from all of us here in the D&D group, which we still need to come up with some name for that. From all of us here, actually, didn't we have a? Oh wait, that was during. I think that was only during the Tears of Dawn that we had a name. It's like Shadow Claws. I don't know. Anyway,
Crimson Claws.
Crimson Claw. That's right. I mean, we can keep it, but I mean that's up to you guys. But in either case, from all of us here in the D&D group to all of you watchers out there, we will see you all next week, and Merry Christmas to you all. Yeah, that's all I have to say, unless someone else has something to say.
Nope.
Nope.
Alrighty. And as I always say, keep calm and pony on, Never Pony.
Bye-bye.